stress. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm on the bass bar. Man up. Feel the rhythm on the bass bar. Hip and the woman come the wrong one. Yes, man. Man up. Man up.
Good morning, Alpha Empath Universe. It is me, Adisa Reigns, the Alpha Empath, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys today the story of the giant sequoia. Listen, this is a story that I've told in my classes many times, and you know what? It never just motherfucking gets old. It just never does. So I'm going to bless y'all with that story today. When I was younger, me and my baby used to watch a show. It was a cartoon. It was called Octonauts. And I was sitting there with my baby in my arms watching this show called Octonauts. And Ranger Rick, he was a forest ranger, y'all. He was in the forest, and there was like this big forest fire going on, this huge ass forest fire. And all the parents and all the kids were gathering around Ranger Rick, and they're like, Ranger Rick, look at the forest fire. We need to put out the forest fire. And Ranger Rick says, no, don't put out the forest fire. And the people are looking at him like, Ranger Rick, you done lost your motherfucking mind. You didn't lost your motherfucking mind. And Ranger Rick said something that changed the way that I see myself. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. You see, here's what he said. He said that fire is a natural part of nature's process. Fire is a natural part of nature's process because in the fire, there are certain kinds of plants that bloom. And within this fire, he said that there was a tree, and it was called the giant sequoia. It was called the giant redwood. You've probably seen them. If you've ever seen Planet of the Apes, they are swinging from these beautiful giant sequoias. In fact, they are the tallest trees on the planet. But did you know that the tallest trees on the motherfucking planet don't bloom until the fucking fire gets hot enough? It does not bloom. And you see, empaths tend to be like giant sequoias. We tend to outgrow everybody when we finally do wake up and decide to start growing. But we got to wait till the fire kicks our motherfucking ass. Then we decide to bloom. Just like the phoenix blooms and reinvents itself in the fire, there are a lot of us empaths that are like the giant sequoia. And we don't bloom until that fire kicks and beats the shit out of us. If you are in the middle of the fire right now, be happy. You're about to motherfucking bloom. Be happy right now. Because once you do bloom, you are going to outgrow everybody. And the same people that was talking about you, that thought you wasn't gonna be shit, that thought you was gonna be a statistic, they gonna be sitting under the fucking shade that you provide. Yes, they are. Now, if you watching me, I need you to go ahead and say good morning to me. I don't like when people just be watching me and shit. I be looking at my insights as a business owner. I be reaching 100,000 goddamn people, no goddamn comments. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is it because I be hurting y'all feelings? Is that what it is? Well, I'm gonna keep hurting your feelings. So let me keep going on with the story. Okay, so he was saying, leave it alone, and just let it rage because it needs to get hot enough. And they said, well, what about the animals? What about the animals, Ranger Rick? We gotta save the animals. And he said, no, because the animals that are natural to this environment, they know what to do when the forest gets hot. They know how to survive. The problem that most people have is that they have put animals in the environment of their heart. They have put rescue animals in the environment of their heart that cannot stand the heat once they really need to bloom. So they start like losing everybody that's around them. And the reason why you're losing them is because they're not natural to the environment of who you really are. You see, you were toning yourself down, and I can't even talk about y'all because I be doing that shit. But that's how I can teach it because I be doing it. I tend to tone myself down, and I tend to rely on that empathic side of me, on that compassionate side of me, because sometimes I get afraid of, like, when I do let your ass have it, I'm gonna let you really motherfucking have it. I don't want to burn your ass up. But the truth is, I need to rage. I need to bloom. I need to get all of that shit out of me so I can awaken myself. And if you can't handle me while I am transforming into this different part of me, this beautiful part of me, it's probably because you ain't really supposed to be around me while I'm doing this. You probably need to get back to your regular environment. Now, what I had to do It was painful, y'all, but I had so many people around me that could not handle me at my natural state, could not handle me at my primal state. And as empaths, we kind of want to get to point Z before we've learned point A, B, C, and D. You get what I'm saying? Like, we want to act like the Buddha. We ain't even learned how to be a bitch. Like, we want to begin at the end. We cannot do that. You're going to have to begin where you fucking begin. And you're going to have to progress as you progress. You can't just be so hard on yourself and say, I'm better than that. You will be eventually better than that. But right now, you got to learn how to walk. You're trying to run. You're trying to be this spiritual guru, and that ain't really who you are right now. That's who you're meant to become. So what you end up doing is, because you don't want to get all of this out of you, you suppress and you hold it in, and you just let it fucking kill you. You need to be like the sequoia. The sequoia blooms in the fire. It doesn't depress. It doesn't suppress. I'm asking you today, if you're watching me, to allow yourself to bloom. And because you've been suppressing so much, don't be surprised when your fire comes out. Why is it that certain trees bloom in the motherfucking fire? It's because they're made of it. And I'm made of fire. My voice is like fire. I have a throat chakra that's like motherfucking fire. And there are several heart-centered visionaries that are listening to me right now that have a voice that's like fire, and it needs to be heard. It needs to be heard, because the soft words and the soft voices have not been heard. They have not. This is your time. Sometimes we need somebody like John the Baptist. We really do. Now, if you don't know nothing about the Bible, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Listen, John the Baptist had a fire chakra. He really did. And Joshua did too. I don't know who y'all be talking about when y'all be talking about Jesus. Jesus wasn't no, that wasn't no wimp. So I don't even use the name Jesus. I use the name Joshua, because I don't know who y'all be talking about. When y'all be talking about some little doormat of a man, I don't know who that is. The person that I knew represented all the fucking elements. He was water when he needed to be water. He was fire when he needed to be fire. He was earth when he needed to be earth. And he was air when he needed to be air. You are a force. Be that force. See, I learned so much from nature. Oh my God. I learned so much from nature. Listen, I can be a thunderstorm. I can be a tsunami. I can be a motherfucking hurricane. But if I'm going to be a tsunami, if I'm going to be a hurricane, it's because I'm trying to destroy something that is not natural to my environment. Yeah. Yeah, that's, if I'm going to be that, I'm going to use that energy to destroy something that is not natural to my environment. I'm going to destroy the cancer that is around me. You see, there is nothing wrong with anything about nature. You just have to know how to orchestrate it and turn it into a symphony for you. Be a storm, because part of your God energy is to destroy. Part of your God energy is to generate, and part of your God energy is to learn how to operate the forces that are within you. You have to learn how to operate them. And as an empath, I'll be honest with you, I get tired of empaths always so fucking depressed, hiding all their gifts, because they are so busy trying to keep people in an environment that they're not supposed to be in. Y'all need to let them goddamn people go. And you need to start acting like the redwood. The redwood, see, you would think, as big as it is, you would think that its roots go down really, really deep. No, they don't. Its roots spread out, and it finds other redwoods, and then its roots interlock. And because they have found their tribe, they stand together. You see, all the redwoods cover each other. That's what you need to do. You're trying to stand tall with your big, tall redwood looking ass. You're trying to stand tall with some people that don't have the strength of a redwood. You're not going to be able to stand tall with them. The only thing that you can do is be bent over and let them fuck you. That's really what's going on here. Because you can't stand upright. You can't be upright, because with them, you're going to have to shrink and suppress yourself, because you don't want to be all that you know that you're meant to be, because you don't want to make them look small. So you make yourself look small, and you think that that's the godly thing to do. And I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Well, you're not, you're not supposed to, lord yourself over anybody, Adisa. You're not supposed to make people feel bad. I didn't ask you to do any of that. I asked you to be you. And if you are a redwood, if you are a giant sequoia, shit, fucking act like it. Like, seriously, act like it. Because there's no point of you going through all that fire to finally fucking bloom and not be a redwood. Be that. Like, seriously, be that. Don't you know that our trees and our redwood supply, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 30% of our oxygen. like 30% of our oxygen. And like air represents the fucking spirit. It represents the motherfucking spirit. So if you are a giant redwood like I am, if you are a palm tree like I am, you represent a new spirit. You represent the Holy Spirit. You represent something that is anointed, and your voice is too. So I'm gonna need you to stop being scary. I'm gonna need you to stop being scary, and I'm gonna need you to recognize who you are and walk in that and walk tall. Walk fucking tall. What does a tree look like bent over? Stand with your people, and you're not gonna find your people until you stop being fake. Now, I had to do that. I had to do that. The people that I like the most around me, they remind me a lot about myself. They're like they're me, but they have some skill sets that I don't have, so they end up complimenting me. But the heart be the same. Like the dressing of the heart is different. They have different clothes on, but the heart be the same. We have a common heart. We really do. We stand in a grove of trees together. We're like killer whales. We all got black and white fins, or it's not called fins. What them black and white things called? I don't know what them black and white things is called. Markings. Yes. We all have black and white markings. We all have teeth, but we all have different, ways of being. We have different personalities. We have different gifts, and all of those gifts are meant to edify each other. A lot of empaths get worn out and burnt out because they're edifying the wrong people. If you put yourself in the right environment, if you put yourself in the right tribe, you ain't gonna get fucking burnt out because you are a giver. And if you put yourself in the vicinity of other givers, you not gonna burn out. That's your problem. That's your problem. You trying to give to everybody else except the people that are the mirror image of you. Don't do that. Don't do that. You recognize that you have a beautiful heart. Well, don't you think a beautiful hearted people should be around beautiful hearted people? That's what I think. I tell you, that's what I'm gonna do for myself. If you don't have a beautiful heart, you're not gonna be around me. Because I'm not gonna be able to be in my dignity around you. I'm not gonna be able to stand up correct in front of you. No, I'm a redwood. That's what I am. I bloomed in this fucking fire. I crawled through the shit and I crawled through the dirt to get here. That's what I did. And I'm going to be proud of myself because here's what it is. The foolish things of this world always confound the wise. And you are letting those foolish things, those things that you crawl through, you're making those things not be your testimony. You're saying it's trauma. No. Go ahead and convert that shit. Like channel your trauma into testimony. That's what you need to do. Everything that once was my trauma is now the story that I teach to help heal other people. That's how I empowered myself. All of my trauma, I turned into my testimony. That's what I do. And that's why I can teach other people how to do it. You want to know why I can charge $1,000 for my course? That's why, because I'm authentic. I won't hide my pain from you. We have so many healers that want everybody to pour all of their guts, tell all of their business to you, but you ain't real enough to talk about your shit. That's what it is. You're not real enough to talk about your shit, but then you want somebody to pay you to talk about theirs. Why don't you get the beam out of your own eye first before you try to get the mote out of theirs? I remember when I first started my business, there was a woman. I really respected her. She was a very, very powerful woman. And I got up on stage at New York Life, which is a huge company, and I spilled my shit. And I remember her talking about me, and she said, "Oh my God, that was so unprofessional. You are never supposed to tell them your real story." And if I had been where she was, she would have been absolutely right. But see, here's the thing. I'm a motherfucking redwood. I ain't gonna be able to hide my shit because my shit gonna be for all to see. But it's for my glory. It's not for my doom. It's for my motherfucking glory. Here I am, homeless. Here I am, teenage mother. Here I am, molested, brutally molested at 4. Here I am, high school dropout. And I'm still that bitch. And you are too. You are too. No college degrees, making over 6 figures, taking care of her son by doing one thing, using my gifts to monetize myself, turning my trauma into my testimony. If I can do it, I'm no better than you. I'm a redwood and you are too, because you are not going to follow me. You ain't going to listen to me quoting scriptures and cussing people out unless you can stand that fire. And the reason why you can stand the fire is because you are the motherfucking fire. You are. You're the fire. You're the fire. And there's some shit that needs to be burnt the fuck down. There's some shit. This matrix that we live in, it needs to be burnt the fuck down. And we need to bring in a new spirit, a new air to oxygenate this motherfucker. Because the spirit that's up in this motherfucker, it ain't holy. We sitting up. It's like that dirty air. We need a filter for this stuff. We need something new. We really do. And you have it, but you so fucking ashamed of your story that you don't want to tell it. And you out of order. You out of order. Do not. I'm gonna say this. Look, I love y'all. I love Alpha Empath Universe. But you want to know why I reject all them posts about, oh, does anybody feel drained? Ooh, I just feel I'm about to die and I'm about to fuck. You are a fucking redwood, bitch. Breathe. Like breathe. Because you don't go through all the generational curses that we have broken. Do you know how much power it takes to break a generational curse? Like for real, for real. The reason why they call it a generational curse is because all the motherfuckers before you wasn't strong enough to break that shit. It wasn't strong enough to break that shit. So when I see all of these empaths on here breaking all these generational curses, I know that you're powerful. So when you try to post something on my heart-centered business page and you said, oh, I'm about to die, and I know you done broke all these generational curses, I'm gonna deny that shit. You gonna show up like the powerful motherfucker you are, I'm gonna deny it, because that's how I am. Now listen, I ain't a coach for everybody. I'm not, and I'm cool with that. I want to coach those that I'm meant to coach. I want those people that are meant to show up to hear my voice, because those are the only motherfuckers that's going to be able to hear my voice anyway. If you want to act like a weak person, being able to feel everybody's pain, that is strength. That is strength. What are you talking about? Sitting up here acting like the world is going to destroy you. Don't you understand that greater is all the ancestors that are within you than everybody that's out on the external world? Don't you understand that? Don't you understand in order for you to break all the generational curses that you didn't broke, you had to have some people standing with you, just like the mighty redwoods stand together? The only thing is you was looking for them on the outside, and these bitches standing with you on the motherfucking inside. Yeah, they standing with you on the motherfucking inside. They said, oh my God, finally somebody then showed up that can get us back into alignment. Finally, this bitch then showed up and she can get us back into an alignment. So if we can just get her to stop looking outward and get her to look inside, she will know that she is never alone, because she is a mighty redwood, and her family, her spiritual family, has always been with her. And when she acknowledges the spiritual family, the external family will appear. It will appear. People want to take my coaching because I talk about divine unions, and they think that I'm going to teach them how to hypnotize a man and put him under a spell. And yeah, I dibble and dabble. Because, I got some powerful shit going on over here, y'all. I do. So I dibble and dabble a little bit, but that's not what I'm really here to teach you. I'm here to teach you to bring together the divine union of you. You got to make your masculine energy that is out in the world cheating and shit, acting like a fucking hoe ass nigga. You got to make that motherfucker turn around to your feminine energy, who out here fornicating and shit. She got to turn around, and you got to get your feminine to love your masculine, and you got to get your masculine to protect your feminine. You got to get your mind to fall all the way in with your heart, and you got to get your heart to fall all the way in love with itself. That's what you got to do. If you can do it in the 5D, it's going to manifest in the 3D. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you? I don't know. Let me go over to some of these comments over here, because I love it when people, they be saying stuff to me and shit. I like that shit. Oh, hi Jayhawk. Hey, how are you? Love you. Okay. Yes, destroy that GMO shit. This gotta be Latoya Rose. Latoya, I don't know if that's you, but that gotta be you. Honey, you got a whole motherfucking ministry to teach on with that GMO shit. You need to bring that out to the forefront, okay? We got somebody here saying teach. We got Cheryl Menifee. Hey, Cheryl Menifee, how are you? We got, what about when it's your family? Should we do the same? I don't know who this is, but what is she saying to me? What I think you're trying to say is you're trying to ask me, should you disconnect when it is your biological family? See, listen, my biological family have been my best teachers. They really, really have. My biological family, for me, has taught me what I should not be. My mother taught me the kind of mom that I did not want to be. Does that lessen my love for my mother? Hell, fuck no. You better not fuck with my mother. I don't fuck with her, but I'll be damned if I let somebody else fuck with her, because she's my motherfucking mama, and I'm going to honor her even though I don't fuck with her. So for me to become all of who I am, I had to disconnect from my biological family, because it is my spiritual family that I needed to reconnect to. It is my spiritual family that I needed to reconnect to. And I'm still going to make sure that as my business grows and as it expands, when my biological family, if they ever get their shit in order, I want to have a way for me to help them. I do, but they not there just yet. So no, if you want, listen, connected to your spiritual family, it's gonna cost you, because everybody don't grow up in a family that's all loving. I know that I didn't, and most empaths do not. So yes, if you need to connect from your biological family to heal yourself, heal your motherfucking self. Let everybody go, everybody and everything, to heal yourself. I hope that answers your question. Okay, it is there a heart? I don't know who this is, but that sounds like Latoya Rose right there, because it's an indigo heart. Okay, we got Phoenix. Hey Phoenix, how are you? Breathe, bitch. Yes. Breathe, motherfucking bitch. Yes, yes, yes. Tammy Lynn. Hey, Tammy, how are you? It's strong to break, and guess what? That shit broke. Listen, the people that follow me are not normal people. Y'all be thinking y'all normal people, but y'all not normal people. The people that follow me have broken at least 3, maybe even 5 generational curses in their lifetime. And then they wonder, they look at themselves. Y'all are so hard on yourselves. You look at yourself and you be like, I should be a lot further along. I should be a lot further along. Hold up here. Hold up. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to put that shit in perspective. Okay. What you did, let me tell you how beautiful you fucking are. What you did is you said, I'm gonna use my life. I'm gonna use the majority of my life to cover the people that could not break this trauma. When you decided to heal, and when you decided to break these generational curses, when you decided to stand by yourself so other people could stand, your shade covered 7 generations of people. That's how beautiful you are. So when you look at yourself and you say, I should be here, you're comparing yourself to people who have rested in the shade of their fucking ancestors. You weren't given that opportunity. And look how you played your hand. You said, I'm going to be the person that stands, and people are going to rest under my shade. You got to be pretty tall to have that many people rest under your shade. But now I'm telling you, it's time for you to get to the next level. You got to find your tribe. You got to open up your heart-centered business. You got to stop motherfucking playing. You got to bring in that new breath. You got to bring in that new air. You got to bring some oxygen to this motherfucking planet, because this air is filled with toxins, and the people is breathing in filth. We're going to need something pure. We're going to have to purify some shit with some fire. So if you know that you got that fire throat chakra, if you know that you got a message to preach, I just need you to go ahead and say, that's me, bitch. That's me. I just need, because I want to know. I want to know, like, if that's you. Now you need to, like, but before you do that, let me ask you a question. How long you going to stand that motherfucking fire? Like, seriously, like, how long you going to keep battling that one curse? Like, is you going to battle it for another motherfucking 50 years? Like, seriously, we out here and we need you, and you sitting up here talking about, I'm just trying to make things work between me and my man. You is stupid. Oh, am I supposed to say that? Whatever, I done said it now. But that shit is stupid. That shit is stupid. I am telling you, by opening up your heart-centered business, I'm not telling you to open up a business. I'm telling you to open up your heart-centered business. If you do that, the desires of your heart will be fulfilled. But you're going to have to pay the motherfucking price and walk by faith and not by sight. You can't walk by sight. You're going to have to stop doing that. You're going to have to stop doing that, okay? Stop walking by sight. Stop making your decisions based on what you see. And understand that there are people already standing within you. They got their arms interlocked with you. You ain't fucking alone. You can do this stuff. I did it with nothing. And if I can do it, you can motherfucking do it. I'm not better than nobody else. Nobody else. Well, Adisa, how in the fuck did you move from Texas to Scottsdale, Arizona, just you and your son by yourself? Because I have faith in myself. And then when I had faith in myself, other people started moving here with me. You got to be the first. And then when you stand tall in your dignity and walk the path that you were designed to walk, it will give other people to walk the courage to walk the path that they were designed to walk. You want to know why your family ain't getting their shit in order? It's because you ain't got your motherfucking shit in order, because you the goddamn leader. Generational curse breaker. That's what I had to say. I'm not going to cuss y'all out no more. I'm not going to cuss y'all out no more today. Okay. No, I'm lying. I probably will. Oh my God, yes, that's exactly what I'm asking. I feel like this was the person that I answered the first question to. I'm just reading you in spirit, honey. I don't know what you're talking about. So I think that that's you. Then we have, let me see who we have here. Find your redwood and palm trees and start your own motherfucking grove. Jade Chamberlain, that's what you have to do. You already started making your grove of trees when you decided to have the right kind of friends. You are a grove of trees all by yourself, but you got to find other people like you. You got to stop feeling guilty about attaching to your biological family. I'm telling y'all, because empaths have this so motherfucking bad. That biological family was just supposed to teach you the nature of this 3D matrix, and it helped you to see the filth that's here. Your biological family help you to see the condition of this world so you can make it better for future generations. You have smelt that shit long enough. It's time to flush it down the motherfucking toilet and let the bowl be motherfucking clean. It's time to baptize that shit. It really, really is. You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go while you're healing. Now, when you become fully healed, they're going to come back. A lot of them will. A lot of them will, and hopefully they'll be so much in alignment, and they'll respect what you're doing so much they will listen to you. But then they're gonna have to break their own motherfucking curses. It may not be generational, it might just be some addictions that they're dealing with right now. But shit, you done broke the fucking generational curses. That at the bare minimum, what they should do is be able to break their little addictions, like for real, for real. You done broke 5 generational curses. Like, come on now, come on now. You like, goddamn, you're not asking for much. People are wanting to have their soul delivered, but they don't want to pay the motherfucking price. Look at the price that you had to pay, and you can't pay that price for them. If you try to handicap them by paying the price for them and helping them carry their cross, you are doing nothing but handicapping them. And you got to stop. You got to stop being an enabler, empath. You got to stop being an enabler, because when you become an enabler, that shit fucks with your body. You wonder why you so sick? Stop fucking enabling. You wonder why your body looking all handicapped and shit? It's because you fucking enabling. Stop all that shit. What you're doing to other people is now bounce back and it's mirroring up in your goddamn body. Stop handicapping people. Let them learn their fucking lessons. Let them cook. Let that fire whoop that ass until they bloom. That's what I got to say today. Absolutely love all of you guys. I love you. Listen, I am teaching a class every Wednesday night. I teach it. It's called Dynamic Metaphysical Teachings. If you want to come to that class, honey, I'm going to call you right back. If you want to come to that class, you need to come in golden ticket. And one of my students is going to reach out to you and give you a ticket. Again, if you want to come to that class, come in golden ticket. I love you guys, and bye-bye.